What is your American dream?
My American dream right now is for equality, especially for black women in America. Flint, Michigan hasn't had water in 4 years, and that should be something that is focused on now.
My American dream is getting out of student debt and making sure that no generation has to endure this crippling debt like the millennials have. I'm tired of it. I want to be able to own a home. That's my American dream.
I want to live in a place where everybody's equal. That's it. That's the promise of this country, is that we could all be equal, that nobody is above anybody else. That's my American dream.
The American dream is the everyone, regardless the race, the religion, the ideology, we can sit at the same tables and have the same opportunity to say, I'm a free man, I'm in the free world, and we have we deserve a better opportunity.
My American dream is to complete my education, meet as many people from as many different backgrounds as I can, and to eventually go back home and bring that knowledge to my small country and make people feel like they're mobile and they're able to do whatever they want, wherever they want, with no restrictions.
Everyone has a right to the American dream.
Well, Spar and Bernstein has been nothing but great to me throughout my trials. I mean, it's 5 years into this car accident, and they never gave up on me, never. And in everything, they fought for me, and I am so proud to tell everyone, don't even wink for a moment. It's you, Spar and Bernstein. My lawyer here, Mr. Barack, has been a cage animal. He wanted to go on trial, but thank God we settled out of court, and it was something that I'm very, very happy about. So everyone, I'm telling you, I'm not just making stories up. You have to use this law firm. Spar and Bernstein is the best, worldwide best.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
The outcome of your divorce could affect you for the rest of your life. If you don't have the right attorney, you could literally be paid through the nose forever.
That's right, Brad. For example, did you know that half the money you put into your retirement during your marriage is up for grabs in your divorce? So a disagreement as to when your marriage exactly ended could cost you thousands of dollars from your hard-earned retirement fund. And let's say you bought a house together. Factors like who's paying the bills, who paid the down payment, and whether you're receiving rental income can all affect your settlement in huge ways.
If you're having family law issues, if you're having matrimonial issues, you need attorneys who are going to fight hard for you. Call the matrimonial department, the family law department here at the law offices of Spar and Bernstein.
This is an attorney advertisement. Prior results do not guarantee similar outcomes.
Okay.
We are back.
We are back.
Were
you just updating your resume there?
Yeah. I thought you were still yelling at Megan.
No. We got to fix that volume. I'm yelling and Megan is whispering. And I think it was just more of, Megan has a loud voice too. I think it was just the way that it was filmed. But we'll ask BK.
Okay.
Belgium Kim about it. What's happening, Squeeze?
Same old, different toilet.
Different toilet.
Same old,
different toilet. Well, that seems to be what's going on in Washington, D.C. as well.
Same old,
different toilet.
Same old.
Yeah, the Democrats said, damn it, we're closing this government down until we get an immigration deal. Mm-hmm. And then 48 hours later, as the orange guy in the White House said, the Democrats caved, which is true. They caved. They reopened the government, gave Donald Trump a win. No immigration deal yet. And so they're right. They did get...
Who is right?
Trump is right in the sense that they caved.
Yeah.
He's right. Trump won, Democrats lost. It's amazing.
He just had big balls.
You know what? It's amazing because I was saying to myself before last week, before the government shut down,
right.
I was saying to myself, Trump is just shooting himself in the foot. Mm-hmm. He's opening up his big mouth. The Republicans are in absolute disarray. Mm-hmm. How in the world are the Democrats going to screw this up? Is there a way that the Democrats can screw this up?
Right.
so that they don't get elected in the midterm elections and turn this all around. All they have to do is just stay silent for 8 more months. Now, I know the Dreamers they're going to end in March, which is a big issue, okay? But they can't deport 800,000 Dreamers in 6 months. They can't even deport 100,000. They can't even deport 50,000. There's no airplanes, okay? And I'm saying to myself, all they got to do is not do anything. Do nothing. Don't be stupid and screw this up. And you know what they did? They found the one way that they could screw this up.
Which is?
Which is shut down the government for immigrants. I mean, yes, we want to help immigrants, but immigrants aren't electing them. Americans are. We want Americans to feel sympathetic for immigrants, empathy for immigrants. And instead, Americans see a government shut down for them. They're saying, why are they hurting me? How stupid could the Democrats be when you think about it? All they had to do was shut up. They win the election. They have a majority in Congress. They can do what they want.
Well, it didn't pan out that way.
Didn't pan out that way. We'll see what happens. They did get the Children's Health Insurance Program for the next 6 years in exchange for reopening, which was a Democratic priority.
Right.
So children, American citizen children, have some sort of health insurance plan funded low-income children for the next 6 years. So they did get something. So that's what's going on. This is all going to replay out again on February 8th, Squeeze, because they just funded the government for 3 weeks. And this will all play out all over again. You know, you got a guy, Donald Trump, the Schumer calls him Jello, the Jello man, which I think is a good term because he flip-flops all the time. You can't negotiate with Jello, as Schumer says. And one day he says yes to immigration. The next day he has that crazy guy, Stephen Miller, who's his immigration czar. He looks like a guy who was hated in high school. Like, he looks like a guy, like, you look at him and you're like, this guy had no
How
friend.
do you judge someone from their looks?
I'm telling you, just from the way he talks on CNN and Fox and what I see, he just looks like a guy, like, everybody hated this guy in high school. Like, he was beat up all the time or something in high school. That's what he looks like, just this snug, arrogant, P-R-I, can I say that word? That's what he looks like to me. Snug, arrogant,
I'll let you do
male genital.
I'll let you do the adjectives, man.
He looks like a snug, arrogant male genital. That's what he looks like to me. So every time Trump says, okay, we're going to do an immigration deal, he has that snug, arrogant male genital talking in his ear saying, don't do it, and then pulls it back. So that's where we're at. This is all going to happen all again in 3 weeks from now, Squeeze. All right. And what else is happening?
Same old thing.
Same old thing.
Yeah. We're here again.
We're here again.
Show,
Yes, Groundhog's Day.
Groundhog's Day.
It is Groundhog's Day every day here at the Brad and Squeeze Show.
Doing it all over again.
Yes. And good morning to Jeff Bossi and Danica John, Carol Anderson, the Tiger, Datria Brissett, all our people, Lisa Bling Rose, Wendy Brown, Tamika Nelson. Who else is saying hello to us? Violet Blackwood, Gela Shauna, Maria Laban Martin, Jeff Bossi, Ma Dukes, Munchie Daly, Beverly Thompson, Pauline Williams, Katrina Daniel. If I missed somebody, my apologies. I'm just kind of going through it very quickly. Did you see the football games on this Sunday?
No, but I know.
New England won again. Okay, Tom Brady is just 9 years younger than I am, and he is some athlete. Because I was saying to myself, even when I was 40, if I got even tackled by one of those guys once, I would be in the hospital for a year, maybe longer. And meanwhile, he still goes and goes and goes at age 40. It's amazing.
Still doing his thing.
And did you see what they did in Philadelphia? They lathered up, this was actually smart. I don't know if you know anything about this, Squeeze.
Eagles are in.
What?
I said the Eagles are in.
Yeah, but I don't know if you know anything about this. what they did was they have poles on the street. You know, and they didn't want the Eagles fans to climb up on the poles, so they lathered up the poles with Crisco, Squeeze. You know anything about lathering up the poles with Crisco? Did you see this, Squeeze?
Oh,
so
wow.
it's, they couldn't go up the pole. They just kept sliding down. Squeeze doesn't know anything about lathering poles with
That was
Crisco. He's
very-
never heard of that before.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, so they put here that. Wait, oh, we missed it. Can I see it again? I was looking down at my card. I want to see them look. Lathering up the poles with Crisco so nobody could climb up. Pretty smart.
Very
Pretty
slick.
smart.
Very
Pretty
slick.
slick, as they say, right?
Very slick. Well, evidently they've done it before, so.
Yeah, they realize that the fans in Philadelphia are a little crazed.
Yeah.
You know, they don't have a lot to cheer about in Philadelphia these days. So they were happy. Look, they were lathering up the poles. Look at this guy.
With Crisco oil.
With Crisco oil. All right. 1-800-529-5465. We got a lot to do here, Squeeze.
A whole lot to do today,
We got
so.
telephone calls. We got Anna Ascona waiting in the wings with your Facebook questions.
That's good.
Okay.
We have a lot to do. We have a lot of ground to cover, ladies and gentlemen. So once again, let's just rev up the phone lines. Now is the time to call to get your immigration questions answered. 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-LAWLINK. Do remember to place your questions also on our Facebook page, Brad and Squeeze. And of course, Anna will read off those questions later on in our programming right here. 93.5 FM listeners, thank you so much for tuning in. Also, remember to spread the word and also get on Facebook. 1-800-529-5465. Let's get into some immigration questions by way of the phone lines.
Francis in Brooklyn, New York. Francis.
Good morning, Brad.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm okay. And you?
Good. What's up?
Yeah, my daughter. I filed for my daughter. She came up in 2010, and on 11th on November 2016, she filed for citizenship, but up till now, she hasn't got it.
Your daughter filed for you in November 2010?
I filed for her.
You filed for her in November 2010?
To come up, yeah.
Okay, come up
Yes.
from where?
Nigeria.
From Nigeria. That's not coming up. That's coming across, right?
Okay.
Yeah, you're
okay,
coming
thank
across.
you.
You're not coming up. You're coming across the Atlantic or maybe the South Atlantic. I don't know. The Atlantic Ocean, I guess, right?
Yeah, coming across.
Coming across.
Yes.
Right. So,
Yes,
so you are a permanent resident. Your daughter,
No, I'm a citizen.
you are a citizen. Your daughter is single? Never married?
No, he's married now.
She's married now. Well, that's why she's not coming up or coming across.
Okay, she
because-
came across, but
One
but
second.
on-
When did you become a
okay,
citizen of the United States?
2008.
2008. And then you filed for her in 2010 as a married lady.
No, yes, no, he's not married then.
Okay. So when you filed for her, she was single, but then she subsequently got married. When she got married,
last year.
let me explain something to you. When she got married, she put herself back about 8 additional years. Okay? So when you are a single woman of a U.S. citizen over the age of 21, when I say a single woman of a U.S. citizen, a son or
No,
daughter.
I'm a married man.
No, not you are married. Listen to what I'm asking you. Your daughter, she's
Okay.
single or married? Is your daughter married?
She married now.
Okay,
She
so
married
now
on
listen
last-
to me. Now listen to me. Okay. When she got married, she put herself back 7 years. Okay? So when you are unmarried and you're being filed for by your U.S. citizen parent, it is approximately a 6-year wait. Had she not gotten married, she would have a green card today. The fact that she
So
got would you let me finish? The fact that she got married during the process, I understand that she was single when you filed for her, but during the process, she got married. And because she got married, she switched categories to the married son or daughter of a U.S. citizen. When you switch categories to the married son or daughter of a U.S. citizen, because that's what happens automatically when you get married, their processing dates back in November 15th, 2005. You filed in 2010. She's got 5, 6, 7 more years of waiting now because she got married.
No,
she didn't get married.
You didn't understand me. I filed for her, and she got her green card on 2010 to come up to cross over here. Then she filed for citizenship on November 2016 for her own. But she never get the citizenship. That's what I'm saying.
Why?
I don't know. That's what I don't know.
I don't know either. Okay, so number one, good that you finally have explained yourself. Number two, I don't know why she hasn't become a citizen for 2 years. Hold on. We would need to go and speak with her and figure out what's going on. You know, maybe there's something in her past. I don't know. I don't know what they're investigating, but we'll figure it out. Hold on 1 second.
All right.
Boy, that was that came full circle.
It sure did.
I answered the wrong question.
Yeah.
Happens sometimes.
He was interrupting you though, but you thought you were answering a different question.
Correct. He didn't explain it very well in the beginning.
All right.
You got to be able to be succinct because I can't wait, and because the issue is you can't wait here for 10 minutes for them to explain an entire situation because the show will be over, and everybody will be asleep. Like with drool coming out of your mouth, waiting for them to cock out the answer.
Drool comes out of your mouth when you sleep?
When you sleep, sometimes. Yeah.
When you sleep?
When I sleep, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I sleep with my mouth open. I'm very loud. I snore.
No drool comes out of my mouth.
Yeah, I'm a mess sleeping. I'm a helicopter. I flip around 100 times. I kick. I punch. I'm a very bad sleeper.
You are.
Yeah. You wouldn't want to sleep next to me, Squeeze.
No, absolutely not. And I have no intention to. All right? None whatsoever.
All right. Let's go to Sylvia, also in Brooklyn. Sylvia.
Yes, hello, good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Good. What's up?
Okay, so I have a question. I am married and I'm a green card holder. Can I file for my husband that's in the United States?
You are a green card holder and you're married. You can file for your husband in the United States. What you have to understand is it's a different process as a green card holder than as a U.S. citizen. So that's where everybody gets confused. People are like, oh, you can't file because you're a green card holder. The answer is you can. It's a different process than if you're a U.S. citizen. So, for example, if you're a U.S. citizen, the process is, generally if the person came on a legal visa, is they adjust their status here. They get their work permit, you go for your interview in 9, 10 months. As a permanent resident, it's a completely different process. So that's where the disconnect is with people saying, oh, I can or can't. Okay? So when you're a permanent resident and filing for your spouse, you're filing an I-130 only, you're not doing an adjustment. He is going to wait on the waiting list approximately 18 to 24 months for a visa appointment, which will happen in another country. Now, when that visa appointment happens in another country, what you have to do ahead of time is do what's called a provisional waiver. I'm assuming he overstayed on his visa and everything else is okay. So what you do is a provisional waiver, and a waiver is based on hardship to you, that you would suffer a hardship if he were not granted his green card if he went back home. He leaves the United States with the waiver in his hand. So because he leaves with the waiver in his hand, all of his immigration laws are forgiven. All his violation, not as all his, he doesn't have immigration laws, the violations of his immigration laws are forgiven. So he goes home, he picks up his green card and comes back. It's perfectly fine. The answer is yes, you can file for him. But it is a different process that you go through than if you're married to a U.S. citizen.
Okay.
Okay, so hold on 1 second, okay?
Hang tough. Once again, folks, the number is 1-800-529-5465. Do remember that there is a criminal defense department, also a tax law department, and of course, a family law department. Make sure you reach out to the law offices of Spar and Bernstein at 1-800-529-5465. Let's continue with some more questions right here on the Brad and Squeeze Show.
Christopher Fort.
Yes, good morning, Derek.
Hey, good morning.
Okay. About 20 years ago, I have some little misdemeanor stuff, and I got my green card about 5 years ago, and I filed for my citizenship. And I was listening to the news this morning about if you get charged for certain things, you'll be in a moral turpitude and all that stuff. So I'm kind of curious how that works.
When did you get arrested?
For those in the 90s.
For what?
And I got my green card for suspended license. There was a stolen tag on the car. and suspended license, and I got my green card like five years ago.
Okay,
And
so,
I filed for my
so let me ask you a question. When you got your green card, you told the immigration service you brought in the disposition for this arrest?
Yes, everything was
They were
there.
well aware of
'Cause
it. They were well aware of it.
Oh, because I filed for my citizenship.
No, I'm asking you a question. They
It's
were
a
well.
question.
It's a question, not a statement. They were well aware
Right.
of this incident in the 1990s when you got your green card.
Yes, because I bought everything.
You said yes on the form. Have you ever been arrested? They said bring in the
Yes.
criminal records. You brought in the criminal records. You showed them the disposition.
Yes.
Yes.
Everything was
Did you
shown.
have to file a waiver at all?
No, I did not.
Okay. And that happened 20 years ago, and you got your green card 5 years ago. So
years.
yeah, you don't have to worry about moral character because this happened well before you got your green card. You presented all of this evidence to them. They said this is not a reason to deny you your green card. You received your green card. You have been a person of good moral character for the last 5 years. You'll be fine.
So the reason why I asked is because I see a doctor on the news this morning about moral turpitude. So I was kind of like,
See a doctor?
because I'm traveling to out of the country in a couple of weeks.
See
So
a doctor about moral turpitude?
See, yeah, well,
yeah,
I'm allowing everyone to talk. I don't know. There's no doctor who's talking about moral turpitude on television.
You mean
It's
a lawyer?
No.
A lawyer. So let me explain.
no, a doctor got.
Christopher.
No, let me. Yes, sir.
Let him talk, Brad. You said you're going to let him talk. Let him talk.
Yeah, a doctor got arrested he got detained for moral turpitude that happened like 20, 30 years ago for some theft, and he have his green card. So I was kind of nervous and see if I was falling in the same category.
Now you respond.
I answered the question already. I said it happened 20 years ago. You got your green card. Moral character is 5 years ago. And first of all, moral character has absolutely nothing to do with a crime of moral turpitude. Those are two different things. A crime of moral turpitude. You want to explain more? Go ahead.
Brad.
Just let me finish the sentence, and I'm going to explain it to you. But everyone keeps interrupting me. What do you want from me? I can do one of two things. I can let people talk forever and explain nothing, or I could explain it to him. It is a crime of moral turpitude. It's a crime of moral turpitude. It is a crime of moral turpitude if you were found guilty of a crime after you got your green card that makes you a deportable alien. This was a crime that happened 25 years ago. That's why I asked you.
Okay.
Did you present everything to the immigration service? You did.
Yes, sir, I
They
did.
gave you a green card. They did. So either this crime that you did in the 1990s is not a crime. I don't know. I don't have the criminal records. Or was a petty offense. Either way, it is not a crime of moral turpitude. Your question started out, had nothing to do with traveling. Your question had to do with, I filed my citizenship, and I'm worried about moral turpitude. Okay, moral turpitude is a different situation than being convicted of a crime of moral turpitude, because you have to show good moral character to become a citizen. Now, they can take an arrest, which is what I thought you were talking about. They can take an arrest that happened 20 years ago or 30 years ago and say, you don't have good moral character, only if they didn't know about it, or you did something in the last 5 years that would tie you to something you did 20 years ago, which, based on what you've told me, is not the case. So I originally answered your question saying to you, the answer is that you're fine to travel. Well, I said you're fine to become a citizen and you're okay to travel. As it pertains to the doctor, I actually have his information here. That's a completely different story than you. Let me find his information. Okay? It has absolutely nothing to do with you, but let me find his information anyway. It was this guy... this guy who's being deported, Lucas Neek, and he's a respected internal medicine doctor at Kalamazoo's Bronson Methodist Hospital in Washington State, and he was living in America for nearly 40 years, but he was taken into custody by ICE in handcuffs. He came to the United States at the age of 5 from Poland. He's married to a U.S. citizen. I don't know why this man is being deported, but he has two misdemeanors when at age 17, when he was 17 years old, and this happened after he got his green card. Now, with that, okay, he should still be eligible for some sort of relief from deportation. He must have had a prior order of deportation. My guess is, without knowing his story, that he had some prior order of deportation from 10, 20 years ago and just neglected it and did nothing with it. Stuck his head in the sand, said, no one's going to bother me, I'm just going to live here. And now what's happening is the Trump administration is digging up all of these old deportation orders, and they're finding people. That has absolutely nothing to do with you.
Brad, you're the best, because I'm so nervous, because I traveled 5 times already with my green card, so because of this, I'm a little bit shaky right now.
No, you're fine. You're fine, but if you need help, hold on.
Once again, folks, see, there you go, man. You took some time out and you spent some time and you actually explained. You know? 1-800.
I actually explain, like I don't explain any other time in the history of my 20 years of doing this. I've never explained anything.
But sometimes you have to listen.
I do listen.
Because you want to know what the other person on the other end, most of the times, do not even know what the hell they're talking about.
I understand, okay? But we have a 1-hour show here, Squeeze. Okay? So I could listen to one person for 25 minutes, what's called a consultation. Okay? That's what you would come and hire me to do. And then I can have 50 people who are on hold, plus God knows how many people leaving their Facebook questions they don't get to. Then I get killed because how come you didn't answer my question?
So what do you do about the one guy that doesn't get the answer to the question?
That's why it's called a consultation.
So you might as well just give everybody a consultation.
Well, I can't do it I can't do it here. So the answer is, I'm trying to help you to the best I can. But if you really, I'm giving you quick answers here. You want to have real help? You come see a lawyer like me, and we sit down. And I give you all the time in the world. I can't give you all the time in the world on a 1-hour show. It's impossible.
Then we should just tell him if he gets too long-winded, we should say, you know what, you need a consultation.
Exactly.
If they get too long-winded.
Exactly. Christopher in the Bronx.
Yes, Bernstein. Morning.
How are you?
I'm good, man. Good.
What's up?
Love listening to the show.
Thank you.
My question is, my 2 daughters just came up from Jamaica.
Right.
They are 5 and 9. But I want to know how I can go about to receive their green card, or to put in for their green card, or how are you going to go? They got to mail it to me, or I have to go online and download it and pay for it?
When they got their immigrant visas, they should have went online and did that. Did they do that? Did anyone do that for them? When they got did they get their green cards here or in another country?
No, they just came up. They just came up with a package.
So when they got their package, their quote-unquote package, which is their immigrant visa, from the U.S. Embassy, they were given an instruction to go online to USCIS and pay an additional fee to have the green card mailed to them once they entered the United States. Did they do that?
No, not yet.
So then they're never going to get the green card mailed to them. So you have to go online and do that now.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
You're very welcome.
Okay. 1-800-529-5465. Coming up shortly, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be speaking with Anna down in Miami. She's going to be reading off these social media questions right here on the Brad and Squeeze Show, where Brad's trying to squeeze in everybody. Question. 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-LAWLINK.
Yes. All right, let's find Anna.
And the segment coming up with Anna for now is brought to you by USACreditRatingInc.com. Anna, how you doing? Can't hear you. You sound like the quiet talker in Seinfeld.
Can you hear me now?
Now
we can. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I was saying good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning. Buenos dias.
Buenos dias.
Speak my
yes.
little Spanish that I know.
Yes.
A little bit, un poquito.
Yeah, un poquito. So what's happening today? You got some questions for Brad?
Yes. Jay Carter, what address should I mail the I-135 to when I make a money order?
What should you what? Yes.
What address should I mail the I-135?
There's a lockbox, P.O. box on the form. Read the form. I don't know the address off the top of my head. The money order should be made out to the Department of Homeland Security, and it's in $535. But there's a Chicago lockbox. It's in Chicago, Illinois. The address in Chicago.
Sophia Allen, if you get a green card and you're living in the U.S. and you have a daughter, she's 18 years old, also living in the U.S., can you adjust her status?
If she made a legal entry into the U.S., yes. Or if she's 245I, yes. Or if you're in the military, yes. Otherwise, she would have to do a provisional waiver.
What is the difference between a provisional waiver and a ground of admissibility waiver?
A provisional waiver waives one specific ground of inadmissibility, which is the fact that you lived illegally in the United States for more than 1 year. That is done prior to you leaving the United States. So that is all the provisional waiver does. So your immigration violation of living here and working here illegally is waived. So you do not have a bar to re-enter because you violated immigration laws. There are a whole host of other inadmissible reasons to deny you, okay, which are you committed a crime, you committed a misrepresentation, you lied, you have health-related grounds, poverty-related grounds. All of those require a regular 601 waiver. So the 601 waiver waives everything. The provisional waiver waives that one inadmissible item, which is I lived here illegally, I worked here illegally, and that's done before you leave the United States.
Sandra Warren, my sister filed for me in 2005. How long do I have to wait?
About 1 more year.
Salomon has 2 questions. My wife is a citizen who's filing for me. Will it affect my case if we invite my mom to come visit us and our child?
What somebody else does has no effect on your case. So by all means, invite your mom. I doubt she'll get a visa, but that has no effect on you getting your green card.
The second question. My citizen filed for me last July. I did biometrics in August. They told me it would take longer than 90 days to get the work permit. In December, I reached out to see how much longer it would take. I got an email from USCIS saying my case was under review. Should I still expect my work permit, or are they going to call me in for an interview? What can I do?
If you didn't get a work permit in 4 months, you should be calling me. You got a problem.
Pat Nadine, immigration sent my working card to an address, then I lost it. Can I work with my tax ID number since they lost my card?
No, I mean, you can work with your tax ID number, but that doesn't make you legally employed. So you need to get a work permit. So if they mailed it to the wrong address, you got to apply for it again.
Philip Persuade, how long does it take to get an approval on I-130 application?
About 6 to 8 months.
And that's all we have for now.
All right. That's it for now. Thank you very much, Anna.
That's it.
We had a lot of questions.
On a rainy Tuesday in New York.
A rainy Tuesday in New York, and nobody has questions. Thank you very much. Squeeze, do you want to get to USA Credit Repair and tell everybody about this wonderful company?
I think we should take some more calls and then we'll.
We don't have any calls.
Wow.
Apparently.
But nobody listens. What did I say? What it rains or there's inclement weather?
So you can talk about USA Credit.
All right. Once again, folks, got to remind you that the show is powered by USACreditRepairInc.com. We're giving away free consultations right now. Zenmar and Jared and the entire team, they're actually doing free consultations for everybody. Good or bad credit, you want to find out what's in it. Why not get a free copy of your credit report right now? All you've got to do, ladies and gentlemen, no obligations necessary, is just call USA Credit Repair right now. If your score is below 700, you must call 1-800-872-7177. That's 1-800-USA-7177, 1-800-872-7177. Make the link to USA Credit Repair and let them take care of you. Get a free copy of your credit report. Find out how to read your report. A lot of people do not know how to read their Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion report. Some people don't even know what that is. So just make the call over to USA Credit Repair. They'll explain everything in detail. They want you to have a full understanding as to how you should manage your bills, how you should pay your bills, what you should do, not do, and how you can go about maintaining excellent credit or building credit or getting to excellent credit. 1-800-872-7177. That's 1-800-872-7177. Now, as we get back in the show, I got to remind folks, we only have a few minutes left. So everyone out there, many of you are out of status and you may have gone elsewhere and seeking help. Well, this is a true place that you should actually seek help when it comes to, of course, your U.S. immigration status. So call us right here on the Brad and Squeeze Show at 1-800-529-5465. I'm opening up all 12 lines, 1-800-529-5465. 800-529-5465. You also may place your question still on the Brad and Squeeze Facebook page. We are on Facebook Live right now. Don't forget to actually share that page on your own timeline. Then share it to all of your friends. All right? 1-800-529-5465, or put your questions on the Brad and Squeeze page on Facebook. 1-800-529-5465.
Squeeze, we sent out Belgium Kim recently.
Oh, you did?
We did. We
Okay.
not only sent her out to the Women's March.
Okay.
Okay, we also sent her out on the street to ask people about adoptions, because adoptions are always a big, big deal here.
Yeah, a lot of questions
A
coming
lot
about
of questions about that. And there's issues in terms of adopting somebody in America versus adopting somebody in another country, and the immigration consequences of adoption. Let's watch what people on the street knew or didn't know about adoption and America.
All right.
This is Kim Moore from the Brad and Squeeze Show on this very chilly day in New York City. And this time around, we are asking people questions about adoption. Let's see how they did. Do you know what the Special Immigrant Juvenile Program is?
Immigrant Juvenile Program. I don't.
All right. What was the question again? Immigrant Juvenile Program has to do with adopting juveniles that are overseas that need to be adopted.
If they're juveniles, it's a possibility they already been into mischief, and they might be misfits.
Kids that have gotten in trouble and they are just looking for a good home. Ding, 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 ding.
Special immigrant juvenile status does not refer to delinquent children. It is a legal designation by immigration that allows a child without status here in the United States to obtain a green card. Once the child obtains special immigrant juvenile status in family court, they can self-petition with immigration to obtain a green card.
Do you know what a home study is?
No, I do not.
I do not know what a home study is. I would guess that it has to do with homeschooling your child, but I don't know if that's true.
Do I know what a home study is? Can I get a cheat sheet?
Not a phone friend. No, we do not.
I have no idea what a home study is.
A home study is when you study at home.
In terms of adoption? Do you? Yeah, you sticking with it?
I'm sticking with it. I don't know.
Someone who studies at home? Ding, 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 ding.
A home study has nothing to do with homework. It has nothing to do with your child's education. It's actually an assessment of your home to make sure that it's a safe and adequate place for the child that you're about to adopt.
Is there an age limit for a child to be adopted?
Well, I think it's better if the child is young, up to the age of 18. I would think is the oldest you could adopt.
No. Well, yes, I think you would have to be younger than 18 years old to be adopted.
Well, I would say 18. By the time they get 18, they think they're grown and want to be on their own anyway.
No, I don't think so.
Isn't it 18? Because once they turn 18, they're technically like legal. So you can, from newborn to 18, you can still adopt. I believe so.
If you're seeking to adopt a child without legal status, the adoption has to be finalized by the time the child's 16 years old. If you're adopting a child who does not have legal status and you can't get the adoption finalized before they turn 16, come speak with us about other options, such as filing for special immigrant juvenile status for that child. If, however, the child does have legal status, the adoption should be finalized by the time the child turns 18.
Do you know how old you need to be to adopt a child from overseas in the U.S.?
I would imagine 21, since most of you guys can't drink if you're not 21, so why should you have a baby?
I would guess 21.
I would guess you need to be 21 years old to adopt a child overseas.
Let's go at 18, because that's where I consider myself grown. So, I mean, you know.
At least 21 and older.
I would go for 21. I don't know for sure, but it makes sense to be about 21.
Although we all feel like we're adults at 21, the age for adopting a child internationally is 25. If you're adopting as a couple, only one of you needs to be a U.S. citizen. Each country has its own regulations and rules as to how old and what other requirements they have to adopt a child.
Can you adopt more than one child at a time?
I would assume so if they were siblings in the interest of keeping them together so that they don't have essentially broken homes.
I don't think so. So I think it files, like you have to go through like paperwork and everything, so I don't think you can do, no.
I believe you can adopt as many kids as you want at will. I don't think it's at one time. I think it's probably like a rule or something, right?
Courts are not in the business of breaking up families. More than one child can be adopted at the same time. If they're siblings, it's a bit easier. If they're not related, it's still possible, but a little more difficult.
Can single people adopt?
I think single people can definitely adopt. There's tons of different parenting styles out right now, and so why not? If every different type of parenting style is allowed to adopt, why can't single people?
Haven't a clue. I really don't know.
I believe a single person can adopt.
Do you know why?
They're single parents, they're single moms, like regular kids, you know what I'm saying? So I believe a single parent can adopt. I don't see nothing wrong with that.
Single people can adopt because everyone needs someone. And because a person is single doesn't necessarily mean that they're not equipped to raise a child.
I think they can adopt because, I don't know, they have the right to adopt just as married couples.
I mean, of course, there's a two-parent household, but there are single parents that love kids just as much. And just because they're single, they can make it happen and they can get through life just like any other married couple.
I'm not sure about in the US, but I think in Scotland, if you have enough financial backing or security, you are able to, and you can provide a stable home.
Yes, a single person can adopt.
While single people can adopt and they are capable of providing loving homes for their children, there are restrictions in other countries as to who can adopt children. If you or someone that you know has a child in their care without legal status, you should contact the law office of Spar and Bernstein to discuss the options that child has.
Prior successful results do not guarantee similar outcome.
Okay, we're back. And with a few minutes to go, let's jump right back into questions right here on 93.5 and Facebook Live, 1-800-529-5465. Let's go to this line.
Chantel.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, how are you?
Morning, Chantel.
I'm okay.
Good. What's your question for Brad?
Okay, quick question. So I got married to a green card holder, but we did apply for his citizenship. I want to know if it's okay for me to put in my papers now for status, or should I wait until he becomes a citizen?
Well, I put in your I-130 now. It doesn't hurt, but ultimately you're not going to get your green card until he becomes a citizen. But certainly it'll make you feel better that you have something pending. So it doesn't hurt to do it.
Okay, so do the I-130?
Do the I-130 now, and then when he becomes a citizen, you can put the receipt notice or the approval notice in with an adjustment status application.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. 1-800-529-5465. Next call.
Henry.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
What's up, Henry?
Sir, my question is quick question. In 2007, I had a misdemeanor for DWI, and I just received from immigration office to go apply for citizenship. I have a date of this month. Next month is 21st. I'm going to know everything's going to be okay.
What is the misdemeanor?
It is misdemeanor. Right?
When?
Misdemeanor 2007.
2007. When did you get your green card?
Well, 1988.
1988. Was that your only arrest ever in your entire life?
Yes, sir.
What was the misdemeanor for?
DWI.
DWI. And
Right.
Did you go to jail for that?
No, just a few hours they kept me because it was a Sunday,
Okay. Well, a DWI is certainly a crime of moral turpitude. However, it happened more than 5 years after you got your green card. One crime of moral turpitude 5 years after you got your green card is not a deportable offense. It happened more than 5 years from the filing of your citizenship, so they can't go back beyond the 5 years and use it for poor moral character unless you've been arrested again for DWI at some time in the last 5 years. So it sounds like you'll be okay based on what you're telling me, but if you want to have a lawyer, I would suggest you have a lawyer. Because you never know what they do to violate your rights there when you come in with arrests. So hold on one second.
I should go with a lawyer or not?
The answer
You
is yes.
should. Yeah.
Hold on.
1-800-LAWLINK. That's the number to call. 1-800-529-5465. It's the same number that you call to get on the air. It's the same number for the law offices. Let's move to this line. Andrew.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Morning, Andrew.
I just want to know if you could file for your citizenship if you're, I owe like $5,000 in back child support.
You're gonna have you can file for it, but you're gonna have a problem becoming a citizen if you owe all that money. What I'd suggest you do is hold on 1 second. Don't let it keep piling up, and speak to our family law department.
All right,
let's
1-800-LAWLINK. We've got to remind people that there's a family law department here, divorce, child support, adoption, and much more.
Let's go to Ali in Hartford, Connecticut.
Ali.
Hello, how are you, Brad?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you.
What's up?
I have a question I have two questions actually. Right now, I'm under a DACA case.
Uh-huh.
And my DACA card expires on July.
Right.
And I was wondering if we can renew that.
Yes, you can. As of this moment, the answer is yes. Okay? It's a
Okay.
little too early to file it because you're about 5.5 months out. But you should file it 90 days beforehand, but we'll see what the courts are saying at that point. We'll see how this whole DACA deal ends up. So, we'll figure it out over time. The answer is yes, they're accepting renewals, but you're a little too early to do it.
And we got to remind.
Okay, and
Go on, Allie.
okay, and the second question I have, I've been married to an American citizen for over 1.5 years.
Right.
And you think I can transfer my case under that, or
I think
now
I
have
think
a
your
child?
American citizen spouse should be filing for you a year and a half ago, but it's a year and a half later. Start now, because I'm not sure if you're familiar, but Trump wants to deport you.
Yeah, but that's the thing. My entry was not illegal.
So what?
I was young when I was.
You do a provisional waiver. Hold on. You can still be helped.
Okay.
Hold on.
Right. 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Make that link, make that call. Also, that Allie's up in Hartford. There's a Hartford office at 1 Congress Street. Right? Correct. Okay, so we got to remind people about that office in Hartford, so you can book your appointment through the same number, 1-800-529-5465. Let's go to another one.
We're going to go to Anna Ascona, who has a whole bunch of questions for us. Still.
Anna's got some questions.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Let's go to Anna.
Hello again.
Hello, Anna.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Got some questions. I know some questions came in.
Okay.
All right.
Charles Lowe, if you married to a U.S. citizen, she's going to file for me. How long is it going to take?
If you're married to a U.S. citizen, how long will it take? Where are you, Charles? Do we know?
No, we
don't know where Charles is. If you're in the United States, about 9 or 10 months. If you're outside of the United States, about 12 to 15 months.
Yannick Miller, do I need a consultation before or after we get married?
Either one. It's fine. You should, to me, you should have a consultation quicker rather than later. You should know all your options and know what to do.
Better safe, yes. Don Bennett, what is the cost for waivers for inadmissible?
The cost of a waiver for inadmissibility? So you're talking about what is a, I don't remember fees all the top of my head, but who knows the fees is Google. So what I will do, which is what anybody can do, is Google it. And it's the form I-600 and the I-601, and the I-601 is, drum roll please, $930.
$930.
Yes.
Elect Lady wants you to explain the 601 provisional waiver.
When you enter the United States without inspection, you cannot adjust your status here unless you are 245I, which means that you're able to pay a penalty fee because you had something filed before April 30th, 2001, or you're married to somebody in the military. I'm talking about people who get married to U.S. citizens. I'm not talking about other cases. VAWA cases are different. We're talking about your most typical case. I'm married to a U.S. citizen. I'm married to a U.S. citizen. You need to be 245I, married to someone in the military, a former military, or have made a legal entry in the United States other than as a crew member. As a crew member to join a ship also puts you basically as entered without inspection. So now you've entered without inspection. You can't get your green card here in the United States.
Okay.
What the law says is you have to go back to your home country to pick up your green card.
Right.
In 1996, Newt Gingrich, who was the leader of the Republicans while Bill Clinton was the president of the United States, passed a bill that Bill Clinton signed that said that if you live in the United States illegally for more than 1 year and you leave for any reason, you can't come back for 10 years. Thus, the reason why we have so many people out of status in America today. Because once you leave, they will never, ever let you back. They basically imprisoned you here. Right. So,
But
For the
then
last
still-
20 years, they've been trying to pass immigration laws. From Clinton to Bush.
So in other words, you say they screwed it up even.
They screwed it up worse.
Yeah.
Okay, so now in 2012, Obama says, okay, the Republicans in Congress, they can never pass a law. And we don't even think they're going to be able to pass a law in 3 weeks from now. So what he did was he made an executive order. And the executive order says, this is crazy. We have all these people here out of status. They can't adjust their status here. They're living here illegally. They're married to U.S. citizens. We have to give them an opportunity to get a green card. Obama can't pass changes in immigration law because that would require an act of Congress that they have never been able to do in the last 30 years as it comes to immigration. So what he did was he made an executive order. You can file, instead of filing a waiver back in your home country, which is what was the requirement. Okay, you could leave. You have a 10-year bar. You go home. You file a waiver. Cross your fingers that you get approved for this waiver. People aren't going to take that chance and lose their family. People aren't going to take that chance and be separated from their family for the rest of their life. So there was never a guarantee that if you went home, you would be able to ever come back. So what did they do? Obama did something smart. He said, I'll tell you what. We don't want you to worry about whether you'll come back or not. We'll approve your waiver here in the United States before you leave. So if you get the waiver approved, it's the same waiver you do at the embassy, except you do it here in the United States.
Right.
So you do it here in the United States, you leave with the waiver in your hand. Now you know you'll be able to go and come back.
Less anxiety.
So he allowed basically people to be able to get green cards who otherwise wouldn't have. He didn't change the law, he just changed the place where the waiver's filed. Instead of filing the waiver in your home country, you file it here. Just the place of address he changed. Okay. Everybody's in an uproar over this. But that's what the provisional waiver is.
I think we're
Brody?
running out of time though, guys.
Yes. Do you have anything else?
Squeeze it quick.
Yes. Rodika's asking if you have a pending I-130 and you get stopped by Border Patrol, can they still deport you?
Yes.
Rhonda Rich, what are the name of the papers to file after you marry a U.S. citizen after overstaying a visitor's visa? And how long does it take to get a child here?
An adjustment application, I-45, I-130, I-864, I-765, I-131. It'll take you 9 months. You have to file a separate I-130 for your child. It'll take about 12 to 15 months.
Dwight Drummond, good morning, Brad. Can you help me speed up my I-751 waiver? The waiver was already filed in October. I called a couple weeks ago, but my lawyer is telling me it won't take me that long to get a reply.
I can't make any case go faster, but I can make sure it's done as right as possible.
Coochie Dale, if you're an abused wife with your police record and order of protection, but your paper is already in process, what should I do?
File a VAWA application, come see me. And unfortunately, Anna, we are out of time, but we will be back to answer more questions at 12 o'clock. We got to go. See you at 12.
See you at 12. Prior results do not guarantee similar outcome. This has been an attorney advertisement.
The proceeding was informational only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar and Bernstein law firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easily remembered, 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar and Bernstein located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-529-5465.